Good afternoon, peeps. Mama Bear here, calling out to all the baby bears out there. And my prayer today is to get a handle on the study that I'm going to do so you can live a happy, healthy, productive life. So today I'm going to talk about boundaries in the workplace. So this morning, me and my husband was praying for a person that's being overloaded and overlooked and just having a hard time at work. And we need boundaries. So if a person is working part-time and they're doing full-time work and not taking their breaks, there's going to be a repercussion from that, because they're going to break down. It's going to cause all kinds of ailments. And God talks about boundaries in a lot of places in Scripture. So this morning we're going to talk about Exodus 18, verse 13 to 24. Jethro said to Moses, "What are you doing is not good. What you're doing is not good." He was overworked, he was stressed out, he was thinking that he's doing the will of God. But God sent his father-in-law, Jethro, to give him advice that he was overdoing it. So he gave him some godly wisdom. He said, how about you choose, for a group of 1,000 men that are faithful, someone to oversee that. And then another group for 100 men, to someone that's faithful and, is following God, and to rule that. And then you would have less stress on you, and you're also going to move up to a higher level. So signs of overworking in your body: prolonged fatigue, tension, depression, anger, confusion, inability to relax, not enjoying enjoyable things. And if we're a Christian, we would need wise, godly counsel in that area. Sometimes there's narcissists in the workforce, and you do all the work, and I get all the praise for it, and that's great for me. And if you quit, or you get fired, or you're laid off, or you retire, your job is filled the next day. So why do we put everything into our work when there's other places to put it into? And we're out of balance when we put work first. So in God's economy is put God first, your husband or your wife, then your children, and then your job, your church. But if we're wired right down to the bone, what good are we to anyone at home? What good are we to ourselves? And then we're not even present when we're with people, because we're worried so much about all the unknowns of all the hard work that you never did enough. So that's a mentality of you're never going to do enough. And that's a lie. God gives us things that we need to do, and we need to have his godly order to do those things. Yeah. So we need to put God first in everything. We need to be asking God, should I do this? Should I do that? What is it that I need to do? And if you feel like you're being bullied at work and there's so much pressure on you, find a godly person that would go with you to the boss and say, I did all this here work. Say you're working part-time. I'm working part-time and I'm doing full-time work. You're either going to have to stretch it out, or you're going to have to give this job to someone else, the other part of it. And above all else, take your breaks. It's very important that we take a break. And God's, He wants us to work, but he wants us to take breaks. And what my husband does when he takes a break, he's talking to God. He's asking for wisdom for his next job. He's relaxing. He's breathing. And now he's going to be more productive. So a person that takes their breaks are going to be more productive. Yeah. So there's all kinds of boundaries too, not just work, relationships. And here's a boundary book that I have. But it doesn't mean that you have to use this one. Whichever book that you would find. And if you're a Christian, you should use one that's godly about boundaries. And anytime we feel anxious or depressed or whatever, there's something going on. There's something not right. There's something that needs to be done. And for me, what I do is I put the pen to the paper and I start writing. What is this, Lord? Why do I feel this way? What's going on? And he'll reveal it to me, what it is that's happening. And I pray over it. I ask for pardon at courts of heaven and I burn the paper. And I don't go back to it. I continue moving forward. So God will reveal to you what it is that you need to be doing. And a lot of times we need to get wise, godly counsel. Yeah, so that's all I have for now, peeps. Mama Bear loves you, but Papa Bear loves you even more. Bye.